Hey, Yu-Gi-Oh community, we're here with Alex Smith. He got 12th in Hartford Regional with the deck gren maju. So we're about to see the spicy text. So Alex, how was your regional?
Went pretty good. This is my second regional. Been playing Yu-Gi-Oh for honestly, about 2 months. Really started playing just because we have such a big community at Imperial Gaming. I'm a Magic player, but kind of just had to learn the game just because we have so many players here. So I just tried to adapt something that I really liked. So I ran Joel 2, came in pretty big against Spiral and my salad matchups. Especially because I'm trying to go second, so I stop a lot of their first turn plays.
Yeah, Droll definitely kills spirals.
And then this is also I'm trying to go second, but I do obviously main decks. I'm going first cards just in case. I mean, this is just border stun, just huge, you know. So I sided, or I just played two, none on my side. I love Stag. I love Gizmek as a card. Obviously, if I'm playing gren maju. But yeah, the Stag really was huge, especially breaking those boards that were set up going first turn. This came in clutch against heroes. I mean, multiple decks. Really, really great. Only thing it came really dead against was those Apollosa boards and Avermax, you know?
Yeah, it's not an out to Avermax.
But this is obviously really, really good, especially because I'm trying to OTK.
How many heroes did you play?
I played 2 heroes. Super Poly got me there with those matchups. And obviously this is the staple of the deck. Give me those banish cards. So I ran Giz at 3, just praying to see him opening hand, you know, especially I'm trying to go second and phase him. Yeah, so that's the MVP of the deck. Anytime I draw that first turn, it's looking good for me. Then the big boy.
The gren maju.
Just hoping to see him, you know, hoping not to banish him. That's the whole deck right there. And then probably my favorite card in the deck is Eater. He's just so versatile. I mean, you can get to the OTKs with him. A lot of times, honestly, I'm just shotgunning all 15 extra deck cards, either between 1 or 2 of the Eaters first turn, especially if I had a Gizmek first hand or obviously gren maju.
So I have a question. You're not playing Extravagance?
Oh yeah, getting to
Okay.
that. I'm a super greedy player, so I'll go through my resources as soon as I can. So if I didn't open Extravagance turn 1 and I think I can OTK, I'm getting straight into there. Obviously, depending what kind of spells and traps I drew into. I did have evenly at 2 in my main board.
To me, the best card of the format.
Very, very strong. Feels going Lightning Storm into this, I mean, really just clears the board. There's not much that can just come back from that. It's so strong. If they negate the Lightning Storm, I mean, right into the evenly is great. And this is my spice, so this is what really won me some games. I would say this won me 3 to 4 games individually. I know a hero player had a Sunriser at like a million attack that I Magic Cylindered for game. I mean, when I flip this card, people are really just taking it and reading it.
Yo, I would have been so mad.
I don't know how old this card is, but I mean,
I would have been
tilted.
so mad.
This game is so great, or this card is so great. I love it. It just seems like people aren't ready for it. Honestly, I'm swinging for like 6,000 first turn ideally if I can't get the OTK, and that like in a back row is just.
Yeah, they
great.
clear your
especially
board.
Like hidden, you know, just have that card amongst other ones. If people are gonna try to like pop a twin, I would save it. I would save that card for a judgment. I'll take 4,000 to save that card because I know it's gonna win me the game. I kind of wish I'd have ran There Can Only Be at 3. It's such a good card. I mean, it just shuts down decks. I'll play it on myself, even if I have Eater on board. Can't get into gren maju. Because I know they'll take care of it for me eventually. Because most players can't play around this. I mean, it just
certain decks like
stops.
It's
so
really
many
hard.
decks.
It stops Salad. If Spiral didn't open anything to get rid of back row, it definitely stops Spirals.
I mean, anything. It's so strong. And I mained 2 imperms. Again, everyone knows how great that card is. Staple, you know. For my Solemn package, I played Strike at 2, which was huge. And then
the 3 ghost judgment.
My ghosties, I have 3 judgments. I mean, these are just self-explanatory, very strong cards. Mind Control. Oh my god. I was playing this deck since I really started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I always liked the going first variant of the deck with crackdowns. This card is just so good. It's so good at baiting out like
negates. Yeah,
it's like such a good bait. Like
against Salad, they're forced to use their rage.
Yeah.
It's against Spiral, they're forced to use their Trigate negate. Like it's really good.
It's, I mean, if you have plays, like that's just such a good way to bait out their negates. I mean, if they let it go through, even better, you know. So it's just a win-win. And then my draw package, duality at 2. I don't want a brick on it. And then it stops me from gizmecking and eater. So I run that 2. For the rest of my draw package, let me just get there. My Alti Desires.
They're not ulti, we can't play them. Yep.
I mean, this is just the engine. You know, you either win or lose off this card. That's really what this deck is all about.
Yeah, it's a hit or miss.
You hit your cards or you don't, you know. So I didn't mainboard Necroface, which thankfully I didn't come into a situation all day on Sunday where I banished all 3 Majus. I do play those extravagance, like I said before. Yep. Card good. That's all I gotta say.
Super good.
And this is my card. This card just tilts people.
Mystic Mine.
I have some sideboard spice that I'll show you that I paired with this card that players are just...
They weren't ready for it.
No, this card is just... It just says, like, you're not going to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Until I'm ready. So I'm going to set up my OTK in hand, and then I'm going to get my Gizmek, do it on your end phase, and then go. So that's what this card really means to me. I'm waiting for a Maju in hand and a Gizmek just to swing.
For game.
And then, I mean...
3 Lightning Storm.
You got it. I'm just trying to clear the board. I'm normally targeting monsters. I mean, depending what they set up on their board, but card is good. With the Mystic Mine, there can only be... I did have some circumstances where I couldn't use it. But it did work, because I'm trying to use it first turn anyways. So I did have it as a dead card, but I used it for like discard off like Nightmare Phoenix or Cerberus. But the card did work, honestly. I mean, it's like an evenly without having to skip your battle.
Evenly still better.
And then this is the spice.
The spice.
The soul absorptions. Card literally just was such an MVP. People just scoop to it. I mean, it's so broken. I mean, especially with how often I can attack for game, and this card works for both me and the opponent. So anytime they're desiring or doing anything with banish, I'm gaining life. It's hard to come back from it, especially when I'm sitting on Mystic Mine with it.
Yeah,
it's just demoralizing, honestly. This card, I don't know. I think it might be mainboard material. It's just good. I know I'm gonna get hate for it, but people were honestly just demoralized when they saw it. Everyone had to read the card. I really liked it. I didn't end up siding Twin at all when I was playing, honestly. I got the alties there. Didn't really feel I needed them for any of my matchups. I played one Ultrageist, but I don't know if he bricked or what happened. I just broke the boards real easily and swung game. So
Kakageist, that's what I call that.
Yeah, I didn't even worry about the Twins coming in. These, I was super pumped to play. I didn't get a hit spirals off him. What happened was he saw the top card and saw it was a sphere mode and just played around it, you know. So it was what it was. I really wish I could have hit someone off of this, but
that's a good card this format.
I played 2 spirals. One, I just won off soul absorption. Pretty crazy. I think it was my round 7 matchup. 1-1 tie. We had I think 3 minutes left before we sided. About 2 minutes after siding, maybe a minute 30, I opened up double soul absorption desires.
Oh my god.
Right off that's 10,000 life. And then off the desires, I drew I had a Gizmek in hand and I drew another Gizmek, so I Gizmeked on my turn.
Oh yeah, I was judging on that table. Yeah, I seen it. You Gizmek on your end face and then you Gizmek on his yeah.
So it was gnarly. I think it was 4, so it's 8,000. So I think it was 26,000 life I ended on his turn 1, and it went to time when I was counting banish. So it was just so win more. But Super Poly, this is something I was gonna main board instead of Droll. Only time I really got to go into it was against Heroes, and one of my hero matchups I got to it both game 2 and 3 after I lost game 1, and he ended board with 3 darks. So I hit him on all 3 of them 2 games in a row. It was really
sad true story.
It was nuts. It felt good. But I might go main board with that, honestly. Droll, I mean, it stopped a couple plays, but Super Poly is such a win more for my deck when I'm trying to OTK. Then I got, these are my 2 ofs in my main board. So Imperm, there can only be Droll evenly.
Yep.
So that's just rounding out. Those are the 2 ofs I really thought I needed a third of in my sideboard. Here's my extra deck that I rarely go to. This MVP, that was like a last minute thing because I usually just have Super Poly targets. Honestly, I'm not too worried about my extra deck. But this,
what did you mind control that you went into that?
No, Lost World.
Oh,
Lost World, getting rid of that token so I can target dinos is so.
This man is spicy.
It's so good, honestly. It's such a good way to get rid of that token so you can just clear the board. That was probably my favorite extra deck monster. I mean,
Mega Fleet.
I mean, these are just my Super Poly targets. Like I said, the only one I got into was the 3 dark. But these are just my Super Poly targets right here. Mainly, that's everything I play. Like I said, my extra deck. So Super Poly targets. Only got to use one of them, and then Borload didn't get in. Got in once game. You know, if you summon this, it has to be for game. It's too
to
dangerous.
me. He's a mini Grand Maju.
Yeah,
that he
exactly.
gains like.
It's too dangerous to summon him and not go for game because summoning to one of the extra links, one of the zones. I mean, this is probably the one I use most often is Phoenix. Hopefully discarding Gizmek, Cerberus, obviously, and didn't get a ding. That's all right. I mean, my only way into here is like mind controlling something or double Giz. Didn't get into it, but it's worth putting another ulti into the deck, you know. So it's really worth having it there just in case I get into something. But yeah, like I said, I got 12th at the regional. Just been playing the game, and really I built the deck how I play Magic, kind of, you know, and it worked out. I wasn't expecting to get 12th. I misplayed on my end game against an Infernoid player. I think I had game, but he ended up getting it in time, and that's how my day went, and it's pretty good.
So we're gonna see you at Nets?
I'm hoping for sure.
Yes,
Hoping for
sir.
Orlando in June, you know.
Yes,
Keep
sir.
playing. I don't know if it's gonna make it to Master Roll 5 or whatever, but hopefully it does. I mean, the deck is really strong, and I think we can get more cards to make it better, you know. Soul Absorption main board, maybe. It's such a meme card, but so good, honestly.
So guys, if you're ever in Connecticut, in the Southington area,
Yeah, gotta
remember
stop in.
Imperial Gaming, with the best local in Connecticut right now. Best locals in Connecticut. They be doing special tournaments every weekend. We got casuals, we got competitive Thursdays, whichever one of you desire. You can see it here. Everybody's there.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, we had like I think 6 or 8 players top in like I don't know 4 to
Yeah, shout out to Mitch. Shout out to Brian. Shout out to Matt.
Dave, Miguel. We had a bunch of people bubble. I know Frankie.
Oh, Doug. Shout out to Doug topping with heroes.
Yeah. I know Frankie, it was his first regional. He just started playing here. He bubbled to one of our other guys, the midi. So, I mean, it's really just great. If I didn't have a competitive local, there's no way I would have been able to learn most of the meta cards, you know. I don't know what all of the cards do, honestly. People were frustrated. I was asking what stuff does. But, I mean, just being in such a competitive local helped out so much, honestly. Everyone would let me know. I mean, when I first started playing, I didn't even know like what I could do. I remember playing in a local against Felix, actually, and against you, and you summoned
A Link. I summoned the Link, and
I think it was Galatea, or
uh-huh.
and then I had a strike set, and I didn't know I could even strike that card. And honestly, that's like 2 months ago, so coming that far and going 7-2 at the regional, I was pretty proud of for sure.
Yeah, no, we're all proud of you. Like I'm telling you, I was telling him earlier, like we're super proud of this man. He went from again not knowing that you could strike a link summon to getting 12 in a competitive regional. Because as everybody know in Hartford, Pac that won the PPG tour was there. Joseph Bogley, Mike Albanese, Shu. It was a lot of pro players, so it wasn't just like an easy picking.
Yeah,
but,
for sure. My 2 losses were against, I think, Albanese and then the Infernoi player that got 4th.
Yeah, I don't remember his name. He's the one that made
players.
He made the Magical Musketeer deck famous.
Very good players, though. And I was happy with my losses. I'm sure I had misplays, but like I said, just getting into the game, I didn't understand the game much, but I definitely enjoy it now for sure.
Yes, sir. So, Alex, thank you for the deck profile. And again,
No problem.
remember to visit Imperial, guys.
The deck list is also on Yu-Gi-Oh! Top Deck as well. Hopefully we can link the video there.
Yeah, I'll definitely try.
For sure, guys. I appreciate you watching. Coming down to Imperial for sure.
Yes, sir. Out.